Tariq, man, another episode or, another dialogue or the podcast, whatever you want to call it, with Ball Hawk Sports. Want to switch it up a little bit today. We normally just dive into the things that's happening on court and how good players look or how teams are performing. But, at this point, man, we really kind of want to talk about the politics that's going on in the NBA right now. I know I scare some of y'all, probably think I'm talking about real politics in America right now. But nah, talking about politics within the NBA and what's going on and some things they might agree with and disagree with. First thing I want to talk about is more recent, just happened last night or yesterday. Nico Harrison is now fired, and Nico Harrison is famously, or he's notoriously known as the GM that traded Luka Doncic to the Lakers for Anthony Davis and Max Christie in return and a first round pick. So a lot of people in Dallas hate Nico Harrison, but I have a change of opinion. He actually did a great job of putting a perfect roster around Luka Doncic, a roster with another scorer, off the ball guy who doesn't get in the way of Luka, wings who help Luka, who can shoot. They can be 3-and-D wings, bigs, multiple bigs, so that they're protecting the paint. That makes up for some of Luka's lapses on the defensive end. So when you really look at Nico Harrison's tenure in Dallas, everything he did was good except for trading Luka. And what kills me is there's a lot of people who don't know the actual backstory behind this. The owners of the Dallas Mavericks, or the people who bought the Dallas Mavericks from Mark Cuban, they wanted to move the team to Las Vegas. The first little play or whatever that they had in their head was who can we get rid of on this roster that'll make the fans and the community, the people who love the Dallas Mavericks, hate the Dallas Mavericks, so we can move the team to Las Vegas right up under their nose. And the truth is, trading Luka Doncic, and they did exactly what it was. That would, get a lot of fans to hate the organization or to not like the team anymore, or kind of even just not even like the city anymore. So in reality, that all came from ownership. Whether if it's ownership told Nico Harrison to do it directly, or Nico Harrison thinking he was doing what was best for the ownership to keep his job in the long run, it came from ownership. So a lot of Dallas Mavericks fans, man, keep in mind that the team that went to the 2024 finals and was 2-3 games away from winning the championship, that team was built by Nico Harrison. The owners, that's everything is in his hands now. That was the guy that wanted Nico Harrison to get rid of Luka. So just don't go jumping up and down and celebrating too fast just because there's more to that story. And just understand that Nico is not just Nico. The owner and the owners overall wanted to get rid of Luka to take the love and the attraction that he had to the city away, so they could just move the team away. So I'm gonna just let y'all sit on that and think about that, and let me know what y'all feel about that. But next, man, the Warriors locker room. What's going on with the Warriors? They started off pretty good. They've done this for the last 2 seasons. They start off really well, look good for the first week or 2 weeks of the season, and after that, it just goes to nothing, and they look horrible. Losing to the Milwaukee Bucks without Giannis. I heard somebody say they lost to Bobby Portis and friends, so that was hilarious. But yeah, man. So last night, Jimmy was in a post game, not press conference, but interview in the locker room, and he was out. Or they asked him a question about, I guess, the effort or how does he feel about where the team is at, and he basically said that he feels that guys have to come in here and give the same effort night in and night out, and the same effort that the rest of the people or rest of the players on the team are giving. And that a lot of fans or a lot of Warriors people feel like that's a direct shot at Brandon Podziemski, and I can see why. I've since Pod's role has been decreased, he's definitely wavered off when it comes to the effort and doing the little things that he used to do. So I understand that. And at first, a lot of people thought that he was talking about Jonathan Kuminga, but no, Jonathan Kuminga has been locked in. And even when I watched the game last night, Jonathan Kuminga played well. So it's not Kuminga. It's definitely probably Pods and a couple other players that we could care less about, but Pods being one of the main guys in rotation, he has to be better. And I think a lot of Warriors fans are going to be honest and tell you they'll rather have Lauri Markkanen right now. And a lot of people don't understand, or some people don't know, that the Warriors, the only reason they don't have Lauri Markkanen right now up to this date is because Brendan Podziemski was the one piece that the Warriors did not want to move off of. They were okay with trading everything else that was in the trade except for Podziemski. So with that being said, I can understand a lot of frustration with the Warriors and from the fans and the people in the organization and the players, because it's like, man, we could have had a way better player in exchange for what you're doing right now. It's just the organization loved you so much that they didn't want to get rid of you. So yeah, man, I think that Pods definitely has to show more effort, and I don't know what's up with the Warriors anyway. I just don't understand their team, how you can look so good for the first 2 weeks or first week or two, and after that it just goes to looking horrible and looking garbage. So I don't know. I'm not even gonna tell you that I hope they bounce back. I'm a Laker fan, so the Lakers and Warriors are always pitted against each other. So I could care less if they bounce back. But hopefully they could do something to leave, salvage the season because they do have two guys who are on max contracts and another guy who's on like a midway max. So hopefully they do something. Next, man, and this is a very good topic for me. LeBron James and certain not even Laker fans, talking heads, uh, fake Laker fans, guys who are just fans of certain people on the Lakers, but not everybody, and not rooting for the whole team. Yeah, man, I keep seeing this thing about people wanting the Lakers to trade LeBron James. I'm understanding y'all's ploy with this in y'all's play. Y'all want the Lakers to get rid of LeBron so that the Lakers can get rid of that extra playmaker and be a worse team than what they really are. Because I don't understand, if you're a real Laker fan, I don't understand why you would want to get rid of LeBron James. And I think, after the first week or two of the season, when Reeves and Luka, Luka still is just going completely crazy. I think that the Lakers have come back down to earth a little bit, and we get to see, as a Laker fan, we understand that the Lakers are still lacking some playmaking. The Lakers are still lacking a third scorer. Rui is good, but he's just not consistent enough. So you're telling me that we should get rid of the guy who could be the second best playmaker on the team and the second best scorer on the team and was just the best two-way player on the Lakers in the playoffs? Yeah, man, just I don't get it. At this point, just come out and say you don't like the guy. I'd rather you just say that instead of trying to come up with BS excuses as to why the Lakers should get rid of him. LeBron has been begging for a back seat since 2020, and if you think that LeBron does not want to be a part of this, or if you think that he doesn't want to win with this, then you're ridiculous, and you're just crazy because he's been a Laker. He's been locked in as a Laker for 8 years now, his longest tenure with any other team. So we're not questioning if he's a Laker. He is, and he's been with the Lakers through thick and thin, making the playoffs, not making the playoffs, going to the conference finals, not going, winning the championship, not going. So yeah, man. Shout out Bron. A lot of hate and a lot of people that want to just see you knocked off the pedestal, bro. But at the end of the day, we're not going to do that over here. So we're going to give Bron the love that he deserves. We know what you are for the Lakers, and I know what you're going to bring to the table. So all these talking heads who don't even know basketball anyway or have never played a lick of basketball in their life, if they want to sit here and make it seem like you won't help this team, cool. Don't have to argue about it. We'll see when you come back, and we'll really see the true impact. Next, man, the Pelicans front office. The Pelicans front office are in yeah, they're in a lot right now, and it's specifically Joe Dumars. Joe Dumars, since he joined the Pelicans over the summer or got hired, he traded a pick back to the Indiana Pacers that was their pick originally. They own the pick now, and they're not going to be good this year, so that pick is probably going to be a high pick or a primetime pick. And also, Joe Dumars decided to trade the first round pick that the Pelicans had locked in. He decided to trade it to the Hawks. Now, mind you, the pick is still based on what the Pelicans do and their record. The Pelicans aren't good. So if the Pelicans are god awful like they are, and they've been showing that they are, that means the Hawks will have a prime time pick. So yeah, man, I feel like and in Joe Dumars, he made trades for Jordan Poole. He got Sadiq Bey. He also extended Trey Murphy, of course, which that's natural. Drafted Jeremiah Fears, drafted Derek Queen. He did a lot, and I don't feel like this team is win now. So I don't understand why he traded those picks if this team isn't win now. So I'm definitely confused as to what's going on with New Orleans. But I do think that a wholesale will begin soon because you have to recoup for those picks that you let go, and the future things that you had set up that you got rid of because you thought that you were going to be good and trying to go all in this year. So yeah, man, I don't know what the Pelicans have going on, but I definitely think that they'll be able to, try to fix it by offloading Trey Murphy to the Lakers, hopefully. But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, offloading Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, got to get rid of basically everything that's also talented over there because that's the only way you'll be able to get anything back. If you don't, you won't get anything back. So we'll probably be seeing Zion move to the deadline, Trey Murphy and or Herb Jones. So we'll see. I'm just excited to see what they'll be doing in the trade block at this point. Charlotte Hornets locker room, man. With the Charlotte Hornets, getting Colin Sexton, drafting Con Knipple, going to get certain guys that fit the culture that they're trying to bring over there, which is that hard body, tough mentality culture with that coach that came from the Celtics. He was the assistant championship winning assistant and was under Joe Mazzulla. The mentality is different now. There's no more lackadaisical, just play for your stats mentality. No, I've seen the coach of the Hornets several times walk to the middle of the floor to attack his players on something that they did, and not attack in a bad way, but correct them and get it right. So I think with that type of coaching, with that type of style, understanding that he will pull you to put another player in the game that will benefit and do better, I do think that LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller on their P's and Q's, and I kind of feel like they may feel uncomfortable. But I look at it like this: if you're a Hornet fan and your two best players are uncomfortable because you have a coach that's gonna make them uncomfortable by wanting to see them do better and making them do better, then hey, I'd rather them out of there anyway. So if the Hornets want, if LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller want to act like that, they can go ahead and leave. They can get probably 2, 3 first round picks in return for both of those guys, or maybe even each, and they'll be okay and they'll be fine. I like where the Hornets are going. They're not great. They're not going to be great anytime soon. But the fact that they're getting that culture built up and they're laying a foundation of a good culture, shout out to the coach over there. I respect it, and I think down the line he will have exactly what he's looking for in Charlotte. Next, man, the Kings wholesale, because the Kings are going to have to go on a wholesale themselves, man. The Kings have Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Domantas Sabonis, Dennis Schroeder, Russell Westbrook, drafted Anik Clifford, got Malik Monk, Keegan Murray. Too much talent over there to be as bad as they are. So the Kings are going to have to go for a wholesale. And mind you, this is the same Kings team that said a couple years ago or a couple summers ago when the Lakers couldn't get DeMar DeRozan, and they did. They said that they're not like us, or they not like us, and all of that. So yeah, I wonder how that's feeling over there for the Kings. It's not a good look. It's horrible when players don't even like they want to play. Shout out Russell Westbrook though. I'm not even a big Russell Westbrook fan, but Russell Westbrook has been over there doing his job, and he's been hooping. He's been showing the energy, showing the fight, showing he's been staying face. Exactly what you want to see from an NBA player, a professional, when it comes to dealing with a hard situation. So shout out Russ for sure. But the Kings are definitely going to have to go for a wholesale. They're going to have to get rid of a lot of players to get some future back and to get some talent back, and go ahead and develop Neat Clifford. He's good right now. Just saw him a little bit last night against the Nuggets. Develop him right now. Allow him to grow into that role of being the first, the second, or third option, whatever he has to be on that team. Let him be what he's supposed to be, because he's going to be good over there. And yeah, man, the Kings got to get rid of some guys. They got to wholesale so they can get some type of a future back. Next, man, one of my favorite topics, and the last topic: Ja getting out of Memphis. Memphis trading Ja Morant, or Ja getting out of there. I would love to see Ja get out of Memphis, because I feel like this new coach that they have is David Blatt 2.0. I don't think he understands exactly what he's trying to do at all, and I don't even think the Grizzlies knew what he was trying to do when they fired Taylor Jenkins to hire him. I think that they only hired him because he was the understudy of Taylor Jenkins, so they probably thought that they could, get that same thing back that they had with Taylor Jenkins. Sorry, bro. Y'all got rid of Jenkins and y'all have not been able to get it back. He's taking the ball out of Ja's hands. He's trying to put it more in Jaren Jackson's hands, but he's not a scoring threat like you think he would be. He's not. He's trying to utilize the whole team, but the team is not good enough to say we're going to take it out of our top 10 point guards' hands to put it into someone else who's not even close or ranking close to top 10 in their position. So, yeah, man, I want to see Ja get out of there for sure. I want to see Ja be traded to either Phoenix. If Houston could do something, that would be crazy. I would like to see Houston try to get in. And two, yeah, those are my clear cut destinations. I don't know any other destinations that are clear or searching for a point guard. Maybe Milwaukee, but I don't like Giannis with another ball dominant player, because it does not look that well. It doesn't look that good. So or maybe New Orleans said he's trying to salvage the season and go get Ja Morant, pair him with Zion. We don't know. So hopefully, but Ja gets out of there. I want to see him get out of Memphis. Memphis has no direction. They're confused right now, and that coach is definitely confused. So I would love to see Ja get out of there and go to a team that has a direction and is trying to do something. So yeah, man. NBA politics though, man. That's it for this pod or this video.